Okay, so hello everybody, and welcome to Monday night's Goal Diggers Call. I am Christine Savicki, Sapphire Ambassador, and Valerie Divakar was supposed to be with me tonight, but unfortunately she's sick. Her throat is killing her. She doesn't have much of a voice, so she wasn't going to do much good sitting on here. So I'm going solo tonight. I'm going to try and keep this, not keep you guys here all night. But I want to touch on some really important things that that I think are important, and I think probably most of you do too. So we're just going to go right ahead, get started. Be sure to go ahead and throw your questions in the chat, and I will answer them at the end, okay? So first things first, I know some of you are going to feel like we're beating a dead horse when I mention what I'm going to mention, but for me, this is something that I have decided to talk about very first thing at with every training that I do from here on out, because I feel like the more you guys all hear that, the more you are going to be, it's going to be in your head, and it's just going to come like second nature, especially when you are training your new ambassadors. So we're going to talk about smart signing. Okay, smart signing means that you are not going to be signing any ambassadors, wholesale ambassadors, to your team unless they qualify for wholesale ambassador prices. So it is so important, you guys. Smart signing is like super important in order to build a strong, sustainable business. Okay, I know, I've been there. I totally get it. I know that we all love that feeling of signing someone as an ambassador. But like we've said in the past, it's just not worth your time and your effort to sign them as an ambassador if they're not going to be qualified. So 80% of ambassadors who join without a monthly subscription order in place probably will never, ever order again. So that's a pretty huge statistic. I hear a lot, when I reach out to people or they come to me and they say, so-and-so doesn't have their subscription on, and I ask, well, why, what happened, what do you think happened? And they say, I don't know, I told them to do it. You guys, a lot of you on here, you've been with us for a while. So if you haven't gone through and actually signed someone up, then you don't realize, the process definitely can be confusing. You're going to see the two orders on there, today's order that will process and what will process next month as the monthly subscription. But for some people, that's really intimidating, and automatically they don't want that. They don't realize that it's not going to ship until next month. So if you are someone that is giving instructions and they're just not doing it, I'm telling you right now, like, don't let that happen. If you have the slightest inkling that it might happen, if there's someone who's not super duper psyched about the products, or you had to pull teeth to get them to join and convince them that this was the best price, or if there's someone who just is not good with computers, or if you just want to safeguard yourself just to make sure that it's getting done correctly, then I'm telling you the best thing that you can do for yourself, for your team, is to just do it for them. Walk through it with them on the computer, so that whether it be over the phone or through a Zoom, with screen sharing, but walk through it with them, so that when they are, when they're signing their ambassadors, they are in the habit of doing it for or with the person that they are signing, so that they know that it's done right. But before you do anything, let's go back to qualifying as a wholesale ambassador. Okay, qualifying, you're going to ask them 3 questions. Are you willing to be consistent and be committed to these products for 60 to 90 days, give them a fair shot? Are you willing and comfortable with having an auto ship, an auto withdrawal come out of your bank account or credit card, whatever it may be, of at least 100 PV or more each month? And number 3, when you fall in love with these products, are you willing to share them with your friends and family? Number 3, naturally, they don't have to say yes to that. They don't have to say yes to any of it. But for me, those are the qualifications for someone to join my team. Yes, anyone can go through. They should be taking the time to go through their back office if they want to realize that that is not a corporate, that's not, they don't have to do that. But for our team, that's what we feel like, we are kind of requiring. We would like people to be qualified. So smart signing really is crucial to your business, guys. If you're concerned about verbiage or anything like that, then, reach out, ask for help. We're going to actually get to that in a little bit. So the next thing I want to talk about are these groups that we have. So it's still new to us, new to you guys, still new to us. We're all kind of learning and figuring out what we're all doing here. So we have our main team page, Goal Diggers. Okay, Goal Diggers is where we're going to do our welcomes, where we're going to do our shout outs. If you have any little questions, you may ask them in there. But again, we're going to get to that in a little bit as to where to ask questions. But Goal Diggers now is you want to add wholesale or anyone that you sign, you want to add them to our Goal Diggers page. And that's where we're going to welcome them, give them a shout outs. The next page that you absolutely want to add everyone to is Plexus Success. If you or anyone on your team is not a member of our secret group called Plexus Success, then you need to add them to their, tonight. Plexus Success is our testimonial group, okay? And when the 7 of us joined Plexus, I mean, like Amy, myself, Kathleen, Val, Erin, Liza, and Jody, as well as many of you, when we all joined, we built our business on sharing stories and sharing testimonials. And you're going to hear this a lot. We are paid storytellers, okay? Whether that be sharing testimonials or be sharing the story of our life and how Plexus comes into our life and how it affects our life. But Plexus Success, now, as you all know, we cannot be posting non-compliant testimonials on our personal wall, okay? However, we are posting them in this secret group. So if you want to share your testimonial in there, you don't have to worry about making sure that it's compliant, okay? Because lots of us have non-compliant testimonials, myself, such as thyroid, infertility, depression, or anxiety, which I can't post about those things in my personal wall, but I can post about them in Plexus Success, okay? It's a secret group. So we're all sharing our non-compliant testimonials in there, and not just ours, but lots of non-compliant testimonials. And then we are adding, okay, we have our next group, which is called 321 ATM. Okay, so the ATM part of that group kind of goes back to Plexus Success. Okay, so say you see something, you read a testimonial on Plexus Success regarding migraines, something that we can't post about publicly. So all of a sudden you remember that your Aunt Sally suffers from migraines. She's on Facebook, but she said she is never ever, don't ever talk to her about Plexus because I know these products can't help me. I'm not looking to lose weight. Well, you go ahead, you add your Aunt Sally to Plexus Success. You tag her once it's approved. Once that Aunt Sally's approved, because we want to make sure we're going through the approval process of Plexus Success because we want to ensure that this is just members of Goal Diggers who are adding to this page. Okay, so Aunt Sally is added, approved. You tag her in the migraines testimonia, and then you go and message her. ATM, add, tag, message. Hey, Aunt Sally, I just tagged you. I know you said you're not interested in Plexus because you're not interested in weight loss, but I wanted you to know that these products do so much more than help people lose weight. I tagged you in this incredible testimonial about this woman who no longer suffers from migraines just thanks to Plexus. Done. Okay, so add, tag, message. So you want to make sure that everyone that you're adding all of your potentials to Plexus Success and tagging them in something that may or may not affect their life. So those are the three groups: Goal Diggers, Plexus Success, and then we have our 321 ATM. 321 ATM group is for our business builders. Okay, so you're not going to be adding your wholesalers to that. You will be adding wholesalers to Goal Diggers, and you will be adding wholesalers to Plexus Success. Okay, but you will not be adding wholesalers to 321 ATM until they tell you that they are ready to build a business. Okay, so all of our business posts are going to go in 321 ATM. 321 is 3 personal posts a day, 2 Plexus posts a day, and 1 follow-up a day. Okay, that's what we feel. That's what even corporate feels is the way to become the most successful. At least do 3 personal posts, 2 Plexus posts, and 1 follow-up a day. So that's our business page. How does this all work together? So we're adding our wholesale ambassadors to Plexus Success, right? Those wholesalers who said they never want to work the business until they see a testimonial in there that it could be completely life-changing for someone that they know and love. They tag that person in there. They add that person, they tag that person, they message that person. That person then decides that they want to try Plexus. Well, here they are, they're working the business. So once they add and tag and message a few people and get a few customers and get a taste of how amazing this business is, they're going to want to work the business. Then you're going to add them the 321 ATM when they're ready to grow their business. Okay. So let's go back to asking questions. We're not going to be asking questions in Goal Diggers or definitely not in Plexus Success. Okay, because we have people in there. We have potential customers and potential ambassadors in there. So we really don't want to scare anyone away. If we have anyone in there, any of you, possibly saying, I have an ambassador or I have a customer who's, have been constipated since they started these products. Like, we don't want to put that in there because we don't want to scare anyone away. We know that that's just die off and that they should just push through it. And we're going to give them the best advice that they need to continue. But it's okay for customers or potentials to ask questions, but not ambassadors. Okay, so no ambassador questions are going to get posted in Plexus Success. As far as any other questions go and concerns that we have, we really feel like we should be using the chain of command. Okay, so we do know, it gets confusing at times, right? Like, where do I post my questions? Who do I ask things to? Do I go to the Jewels? They're the ones posting everything all the time. They know more than my upline knows, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about the chain of command, okay? Because that's what we're encouraging all of you to do. Questions or issues that need resolution, you should head to, first, you should try to find the answer on your own, okay? You can find the answer on your own if it's you can use your back office. There's a plethora of information regarding both business and product information in your back office, okay? So always try to find the information on your own first. It's a proven fact that if you try to find the information and find the answer on your own, you're just going to retain that information, for a longer period of time than if someone just gives you the answer. On top of the fact that you're probably going to find answers to other questions that you may or may not have on your way to finding your answer for the specific question that you have. So first thing we're going to do is try to find the answer to our question on our own. If it's an issue that has something to do with someone signing up and maybe an order not processing correctly, something like that, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to call customer service on your own. Even if you don't get the answer that you're looking for, customer service does the best job that they possibly can. Sometimes people are new, sometimes people are more people are more experienced than others. If you don't get the answer that you want, I personally would hang up and call and see if I could get someone else on the line and what's their answer going to be. Are they going to be able to help me? Personally, I would do this a couple of times. That's just me. That's what I've done in the past. Okay, as opposed to just calling, your upline or your closest jewel and saying, I'm having this issue, fix it for me. You're not going to learn as much if you just, kind of take the initiative and try to find the answer on your own. So the chain of command is first person, after you've gone through it and you're not getting any answers on your own, you're going to ask the person that you personally signed with, okay? If that person happens to no longer be an active ambassador, or for some reason or another you don't get along with that person anymore, then you're going to head to the person who sponsored them. Again, if that person is no longer active, then, or for whatever reason, they're not giving you the answers that you need, then you're going to go and talk to the person who signed them. Okay, so you're going to use the chain of command. If you are the person who someone is coming to and you do not have the answer, then you go ahead and you ask your sponsor, and so on and so forth. Okay, we are goal diggers. I hope that you guys feel this way, because we really have tried really hard to create this culture that we are truly a one Plexus team. Okay, through and through. But I'm going to tell you, personally for me, when I started this business, there was really no one to ask. Amy and I joined she joined a few weeks ahead of me. And we had never met each other. I didn't even know her. So we got to know each other on Plexus. We just followed each other through our kids. There was definitely no one else in New York even working Plexus above me or below me. So I personally didn't have anyone to ask. Amy and I kind of did this together with Candy Mernan and her upline, Jana Garcia. We kind of all had to figure this out. And then as our teams grew, we all kind of formed these chats together, okay? Whether they were our uplines, downlines, sidelines. We researched together. We called customer service ourselves to find the answers. We asked each other questions. We filled each other in on things that we learned when we called customer service or we learned when we were in our back office. So what I'm saying is use the chain of command to get your questions answered or your issues resolved. Call customer service. They really are nice, and they usually are very, very helpful. Like I said, if the person that you get doesn't get your question, doesn't figure it out for you, then hang up and call someone back. Call back. Try a couple of times. Not getting the answers that you need, then you're going to head to your upline or your sidelines. Not sure if you guys know this, but we get lots of questions about products. And lots of us are not, we're not all experts. We're all still learning. Diamonds in this company are still learning. I say it every, training that I have, whether there's 100 people there or 5 people there, I always learn something. I may be training, but I'm always learning something from the people that are there. Okay, so we don't know everything. And some of us, depending on our personalities, we're not all green personalities. So we don't all have the answers regarding product information. But if you take it upon yourself and you start navigating in your back office, you're going to realize that pretty much all of your product questions can get answered right in your back office, okay, on your own. Right under that sharing Plexus, you click on products, and with every single product there, you're going to find a product information sheet. All you need to do is download it, and all your questions are going to be answered. I mean, all the way down to is my pea going to turn green on X Factor Plus? Okay, what are the capsules made out of? Is this gluten free? Is this non-GMO? How many of these should I be taking? Am I going to, gain weight when I stop taking this? Every question that you could almost have asked is back there. Okay, so last resort should be jumping to a jewel for a quick answer or a resolution. Okay. If anything, if someone is my level 7 or 8 or 10 or 12, whatever they may be, technically, I would like to be hearing from my closest sponsored ambassador. Okay. My closest sponsored ambassador could actually be a level 3 of mine, because maybe my level 1 and their level 1 are no longer working the business. So for me, I like to hear from my closest sponsored ambassador. And that's not because, okay, don't get me wrong here. It is not because I don't want to help my level 7, 8, 10, or 12, or whoever they may be. That's not it at all. It's because I want to empower the ambassadors who are underneath me. Okay, I want my level 2s, my level 3s, my level 4s, etc. I want them all to grow in their leadership skills. So what I'm saying is ask your upline, okay? Ask your upline for help. Help them to grow and help them to learn how and where to find the answers to help you. We're all in this together, okay? If I know what's going on with a level 6 of mine, then I really hope that the ambassadors who are in between that level 6 and myself, I hope that they've already heard of the issue and they've tried to answer it or resolve it. Okay. So I feel like I've kind of beat that dead horse enough, but please, please, please do not, don't mistake anything that I'm saying. Okay. We're all here to help you. All of us Jewels are here to help you. But sometimes we feel like we've created a culture, of not fully empowering all of you. Okay. Sometimes it is easier just to give the answer, but in the end, we're not helping you to grow by doing that. Okay. So last thing I would love to talk about is being overwhelmed. Okay. Feeling unsure is where to begin. And that could be someone who just signed yesterday or last week or last month, or this could be anyone who's been here for a couple of years. Okay. If you're still feeling like you're not sure how to execute your plan to success, then I want to talk about where you should begin. And number one, I want to let you know that you are not alone. Okay, you are not alone in feeling overwhelmed. We have lots of groups going on, which I hopefully, kind of explain to you what they all mean. Last year was a little much when we combined group pages. People were like team pages. A lot of people were nervous about that and concerned with how that was going to affect their business, how that was going to affect their teams. But in the end, it turned out fantastic. We all think it turned out fantastic. We hope that you guys feel the same. So it just takes a little bit of time to get used to all these changes. So like I said, we have these 3 groups. So just push on through and it's all going to be worth it. But we do understand that people can get overwhelmed, with all the different groups. Do I go in this group? Do I go in that group? How do I build my business? There's this accountability group and that and blah, blah, blah. I'm hearing about IPAs and DMOs and stack sheets and group for this and a group for that. So it's absolutely no wonder at all that anyone would feel a little bit overwhelmed. Okay. So if you are feeling that way, I want to let you know that Plexus corporate has put together, a roadmap, right? A roadmap of how to help you grow in your business. Okay. So everyone should be starting using and utilizing those rank up roadmaps. Okay. I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen in a minute. But if you have not started to use those, the IPAs are in there. IPA, for those of you that may or may not be new, IPA is an income producing activity. Are you doing activities on a daily basis that are going to add to your income? DMOs is a daily method of organization. Okay. Do you have a daily method of organization? What are you doing daily for your business? Stack sheets are just basically another name for IPAs. So I know a lot of people like verbiage. I know a lot of you like the groups that we do because in a lot of those groups that we do, we actually give you the verbiage, but those groups only last for a week or 3 weeks or a month. And so lots of you feel like, well, that was great. They were telling me what to do. I can do what I'm being told to do, but now the group is over. So what do I do? Right? If you're feeling that way, you're not alone. Okay. So it's all right there. It's all right there for you in your back office. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I am going to share the screen. and I'm going to walk through the Rank Up roadmaps with you guys, okay? So when you first go into your training center, to get to the Rank Up roadmap, you're going to click on Training Center, okay? Then you're going to click on Rank Up roadmap, and you are going to come to, hold on, shoot. Well, you're going to come to, let's just go there and I'll go back. Okay, there's a Rank Up roadmap for everything, for every rank, okay? Silver, gold, senior gold, ruby, all the way up to diamond, okay? And once you reach that rank, your next one is going to be unlocked for you, all right? So if you're already silver, you're working on gold right now, okay? If you're already gold and you're working on your way to senior gold, then this is the one you're going to be focused on. My personal opinion is never ever stop going back to silver, okay? Because that's how we build our business. Adding 3 ambassadors a month and training our teams and our ambassadors to add 3 ambassadors a month. That's the way your team is going to grow. You're never ever ever going to stop recruiting. I'm telling you now. People fall off or life happens, right? So you're never going to stop recruiting. So you always want to go back to silver just to get those basics down. Okay. The main difference between all of these is that the amount of time that you are going to spend, this is silver, okay? So if you were to click on the silver Rank Up roadmap and you clicked on the little box that says where to focus your time, okay? You'll see that 70% of your time as you're growing and trying to reach the rank of silver, 70% of your time should be spent building your business, 25% of your time should be spent building yourself, and 5% should be spent building your team, okay? So the majority of your time should be spent building your business. And building yourself, it actually tells you what you should be working on here, okay? 25% of your time should be built on establishing your why and building confidence within yourself. Build Yourself training teaches you the best practices for building relationships and how to have fun at networking. Okay? So, if we were to click on that same tab within the gold, on the gold box, you're going to see that it's a little bit different. Okay? 70% of your time should still be, at this point, focused on building your business. But now 20% should be spent on building yourself, and 10% should be on building your team, because at this point your team is now growing, right? You already have 3 ambassadors. Hopefully those 3 ambassadors are adding 3 ambassadors. Your team is growing, right? So that's why it went from 5 to 10%, and that's why this actually went down from 25 to 20%. Okay, and what you should be focused on building yourself is pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. Okay, at every rank, there's different things you should be working on as far as personal growth and development go. This is just this is a really, really good guide, okay? But that doesn't mean it's set in stone, okay? You may already feel comfortable talking to people, so you may be working on something else as far as building yourself. But still, at this point, 70% the majority of your time should be spent on building your business. Okay. Now you may be asking, like, well, that's great. That's great. I'm glad that it says this. Okay. Build your business, build yourself, build your team. But I don't know what to do. Like, how do I build my business? How do I build my team? Like, how am I supposed to build myself? What do I do here? Well, here we are for gold. Okay. It's going to tell you right here. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Training, build your business. You need to go through each and every one of these. Here we are, IPAs and DMOs. Okay, how do you spend your day? You're going to go through, and 70% of these tabs on here are going to say build your business, build your business. Only 20% of them are going to be focused on building yourself. But you click on here, and this is going to tell you how you should be building yourself. Okay? It's going to give you information and ideas and advice on how to build yourself. Only 10% of all these little boxes in here for the gold rank are going to be focused on building your team. Okay? Because the majority of your time right now, again, is going to be focused on building your business. Okay? So, but it's all right here, guys. And you're going to click once you, and doesn't mean you can't go back to do these again. Okay? But once you have read this or watched the video, whatever it might be, go ahead and you click this little box, okay? So that then when you get to the end, you know, wow, I did all of that. If you're still not at gold, you're going to go back and you're going to start all over again. But what you're going to pick up this time is probably things that you didn't pick up the first time. This is not going to happen in a week, a day, or a week, or anything like that, guys. This is going to take, it should take you, some time to go through. And like I said, every time you go back and you watch one of these videos, or you have a three-way call, obviously you're going to have three-way calls with different people each time, right? So that is exactly what this is. If you're confused and you're overwhelmed, it's all right here, guys. It's all right here. It's your roadmap. Okay, this roadmap was developed by ambassadors. So, this is coming from I wasn't a part of it, but I know that it's coming from people who did start around the same time as I did, that said, this is what worked for me. That things that we were trying to tell all of our new ambassadors to do, it's all right here. So now you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to be overwhelmed when you sign a new ambassador who wants to grow the business. All you need to tell them is go into your training center, click on Rank Up Roadmap, and get going with silver. Okay? You don't have to be overwhelmed as to how to train your team anymore. So one other thing I want to talk to you guys about in this training center is the resource library. Okay? There's so much goodness in here. Can't get rid of this thing right here. So we have our digital success kit, right? If you want to give an opportunity event, a small opportunity event, there's guides right here. How amazing is that? How I wish that this was here 4.5 years ago when I started. The return policy. We have lots of questions from ambassadors, questions posted in Gold Diggers or wherever it might be, as to, someone's returning a product. How is that going to affect my PV, right? The answer is in there. Product price list. This is huge. You want to click on here. You want to have a screenshot of this on your phone. Okay. You want to always have it be handy. You'll see here. So here's the 64 connections graphic that was given to us at, I don't know if I have this up, was given to us at Super Saturday, right? This is how, let me see if this is it. Shoot, can't get in there. There we go. No, I guess I have the same thing open. This is basically where you're going to write down all your connections, okay? And you're not going to just use this once, guys. It's back here for you because you can print one of these off as often as you want. You can print one off every single month. IPA worksheet, okay? Tells you what you should be doing. Sharing Plexus with 3 new people. Or you can say this, 3 personal posts a day, right? It tells you what to do here. It even has talking about, your water, making sure that you're making healthy choices for the day. Here's some product training on some of our, most popular products. So everything truly is right here. A lot of the questions that you may have are right here in your back office. Okay. So when we talk about chain of command, again, I really don't want anyone to take that the wrong way. I want you to take it, like I said, that we are just trying, all of you here are on this call tonight because you want to be here, or maybe, you're just looking to get to senior gold. That's what you want. But regardless of what rank you want, you're on this call because you want to grow your business and because you want to become a better leader. And the way to do that is to empower yourself. and educate yourself. And, you know, again, it's not that we don't want to be, that we're not there for you, because we are, but we just want you to basically, you know, we're just giving you the best advice as to what we did to get us to where we are. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and answer some questions here. I can see them. Okay. My question is, are we currently? No, we are shipping to Canada. But they are having like their launch is like the launch that we just had. I believe it's like our Super Saturday just was. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more, to be honest with you. But yes, we do ship to Canada, but things are definitely going to be changing there. We don't ship everything there. Okay, they can't get all of our products. Okay. I love the new team pages and support. Awesome. Thanks, Jackie. Okay, the back office really has so much. It really, truly does, guys. So I'm going to stop recording this.